just gonna go ahead and comb my eyebrow out. I'm not really going for a shape right now. I'm just combing it out because I'm gonna be using the Mad Love stencil kit. That's what I'm gonna be using for my eyebrows. So I'm going to go ahead with the Hourglass concealer. And this is in the shade Done. Done. Yep. D-U-N-E, just in case I'm pronouncing it wrong. And just gonna go ahead and slap it all on. And I like to use my Beauty Blender sponge, and I'm just gonna go ahead and wet it with the LA Girl primer spray, just like this. Kind of soak it in a little bit. And normally I let my concealer dry a little bit before I start going in. But this time I'm not gonna let it dry that much. And now I'm just pressing down lightly. Nothing too hard, nothing too crazy. Just kind of like dabbing it. And as you can see, I only use the concealer under my eye, but I'm dragging it all the way down. Because we want to blend in the entire face without having to use a lot of makeup. Now, eyes, eyelid, I should say. And if you need more, you can always go in and, you know, add a little bit more concealer wherever you think you may need it. And if your sponge feels dry, because they do tend to soak up a lot of water, so if your sponge feels dry, you can always spray a little bit more. Applying the concealer, if you don't want to use the Beauty Blender brush, you can, or the Beauty Blender sponge, you can use one of these little babies here, and it's just the same thing. You would just dab it on like this. Sometimes I use both, but I kind of like the sponge better just because I feel like it gives me like a more subtle look. And sometimes, I don't know if it's because this brush is already kind of old. I don't know if it's because it's already kind of old, or if I'm doing it wrong, but sometimes I feel like my makeup is a little streaky. Like my lips are a little dry. And this one is, just in case you were wondering, this one is the Clear Lip Gloss by Rihanna, the Fenty Beauty. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead with the Rare Beauty, and this one is in, this is foundation, and this one is in the shade 350C. You hear that? Nice and liquidy. All right. So for this, I'm not gonna go too crazy. Just gonna put a few dabs here and there. Again, we're going for the makeup, or for the natural makeup look. So you don't wanna go too crazy. And again, same thing. You can either use the sponge or you can use the brush. And I think I'm going to use the brush. And just bring it down to your neck, as far as you can bring it down. And I have really, really bad dark circles. Like dark circles are like really, really out there. So I try to hide it as much as I can without having to use a lot of products. Can't forget the nose. So that's that. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply my mascara now. I probably should have done this at the end, since I'm gonna be using these stencils, so that way the mascara doesn't get like my hands dirty. But whatever, I guess I just have to be a little careful. And you could do the you could put the false lashes on, but I do wear them, but I'm not going to. I wear the ones from the store. So like I pick it up from Sephora or CVS, but I kind of like to go towards the natural looking lashes, but I'm not gonna use them today. What am I looking for? Okay, so now we're moving on to the stenciling. So for the stencils, for the Mad Love stencils, they come in a little pouch like this, and this I got from Amazon, but I'm sure if you go to their direct site, you can purchase it from them, but I didn't. And then these are what the little stencils look like. They come in different shapes that you can try. Some of them are a little thinner, some of them are a little thicker. And let's see. And then also for the stencils, so the way you use this, if you haven't used one of these before, is you apply this one to this side. I think this one's the right one. Oh yes, I'm using this one. Okay, so you do this eyebrow or whatever eyebrow you want to do, but you use the same stencil. So what I mean is, once you're done doing this eyebrow, then you want to do this one, obviously. So you just go ahead and flip it, and then you put it on the other side. And you can do this before doing your makeup, which I probably would recommend, because as you can see, I just got my makeup on there because I haven't set it yet. Actually, I should do that first. I almost forgot to do that. And I'm gonna be using the Milani Make It Last setting spray, or you could use a setting powder, which I should probably use a setting powder. But you could use either one, either the setting spray or the setting powder. But I don't have any problems using the setting spray. Like since I'm using liquid foundation, it's best if you use a setting powder. Just because if you think about it, if you use liquid on top of liquid, it's gonna move. You know, so if you use the setting powder or setting spray on top of setting or on top of a liquid foundation, you know, it might move. But for some reason I don't have that issue. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set it. And then I like to go ahead and press it down with the same sponge I've been using. All right, perfect. So now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and use my stencil, and let me just make sure my eyebrows are looking how I want them. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this one first. And then you basically just align the shape of your eyebrow with the stencil, and then you just go in and you just start stamping away. And if you find that your stencil or that your stamp is kind of dry, you can always wet it a little bit. Just do a couple sprays of your primer spray. And then that'll bring it back to life. And for this, you kind of gotta stamp a little hard. Okay, so when you feel like you're done, you can just remove it, and voila. Look at the difference. Nice eyebrow, not so nice. But we're gonna fix that. So, all right, so I just cleaned the stencil. When you clean the stencil, you can use like paper towel to wipe it down. You could either, the way I do it is I use a paper towel, a damp paper towel. I wipe it down, and then I use another one just to dry it off. And we're back to looking good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. I'm gonna put my stamp back in there just to kind of get it like all ready to go. Okay, so again, line up your eyebrows. I don't know, for some reason I always have a hard time doing my left eyebrow. I don't know. Okay, so this looks good, so just start stamping away. And don't forget, you have to add a little bit of pressure to this. Just so the ink can transfer to your eyebrow. Alright, so I think I'm good now. And voila. So that's that. And you can always go in and perfect your eyebrow. I don't have a tissue. So you can always clean up your creases around your eyebrows, just to make them like really sharp looking. You can grab a little small brush and then just add a little bit of either concealer or foundation and just go all along the eyebrow, just to make the eyebrow look sharp and crisp and nice looking. So that is it for this makeup look, this natural makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. That way you get notified every time I upload a video. Thanks so much for watching, beauties, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.